Hey guys, it's Alex here from Homey. So, you're on the market for a set of new smart home devices, but you're on a bit of a tight budget and you're not willing to spend too much on adding smart devices to your home. Well, Aqara's range of smart home devices that run on Zigbee might be the perfect fit for you. Xiaomi Aqara has quite a solid range of smart home devices, and they come in at quite an affordable price because they use Zigbee technology. So the whole set that I have here in front of me, and that I'm going to show you today, comes in at approximately 150 euros for the complete package and all these devices. Now I've brought with me a couple of the basics. So we've got the motion sensor, I've got the Magic Cube, a tunable light, Aqara's dual wall switch, a door window sensor, their smart plug, and the single round wall switch. So I've got in front of me the Xiaomi Aqara devices. And as I mentioned before, these are running on Zigbee technology. What that means is you're not able to directly connect them to your smartphone or laptop. What you're gonna need is a Zigbee hub. And in this case, I've selected Homey Pro to act as my Zigbee hub. Now, Homey Pro has the added benefits of also including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Z-Wave, 433 megahertz, and infrared connectivity, so you can add additional brands and devices to your connections and create flows that link up your entire smart home. Now, if you're not familiar with Homey Pro, I've actually made a detailed video on this device acting as a smart home hub for your home. Now, make sure to check that out, and I'll link it in the description down below. Now, I've already mentioned it a couple times, but Zigbee is quite an important technology in the smart home world. It does have a few pros and cons. And one of the main things for Zigbee is that it's a low power communication protocol. So that means that it's perfect for devices that run on battery. And it means that you don't have to replace the battery as often as you would if these devices ran on Bluetooth or, let's say, Wi-Fi technologies. Another great advantage of Zigbee is that it operates as a meshed network. In this case, you've got Homey as a controller, so that can send and receive signals. And then you've got routers. They send the signals out to other devices. So this socket here and this light bulb, the ones that are always on or always powered, are the ones that will act as routers. And then, last but not least, you have the end devices. And a quick rule of thumb for Zigbee networks is that you want 5 end devices per router. What's important about that is that routers actually expand your range and the stability of your network, while end devices just make use of that network. So it's important to think about when you're expanding your smart home and you're trying to also expand the range of your Zigbee network. It might be useful to add a router like this smart plug or smart light in those spots where you need to extend that range a little bit further to reach your end devices or other routers. There are also some drawbacks to Zigbee. So Zigbee actually operates on 2.4 gigahertz. And you might be familiar with that, you might have heard that before, because it's often the same frequency that your Wi-Fi routers run on. And so that means that there can be some interference between your Wi-Fi and your smart home devices. That interference can lead to a reduction in the range of the network and to some stability issues. Now, if you're not sure if Zigbee is the right choice for you, then I would suggest you have a quick look around your smart home. Perhaps you already have some Zigbee devices installed. So for instance, IKEA Trad-free devices or Philips Hue devices are also Zigbee devices. And if you have those installed in your house, then I would always recommend to look at adding more Zigbee devices, because the more you're adding, the stronger your network becomes. Now, it's important to mention that you do have to add the router type devices in order to strengthen that network. Now, enough about all the technology stuff. Let's have a look at these devices. I'm going to connect them up to Homey, create some flows with them, and talk about some of their pros and cons as smart home devices. So let's dive into it. So let's start by connecting the smart plug from Aqara. Now, the first thing I want to do is plug that baby in, and let's head into the Homey app, head to devices, hit the plus, search for Aqara, select the Aqara and Xiaomi app, and choose your device. So in this case, I want to head to the plug. Aqara Smart Plug EU. So I'll tap that and hit connect. Okay. Now, as always, Homey gives you detailed pairing instructions for the devices you're looking to pair. Now, with the smart plug, I'm quickly just going to plug in a light so we know when it's active. So I plug this in and turn the device on. Next, let's pair the motion sensor. Let's connect the door window sensor. Their tunable light bulb. Next, let's add the wall remote. My dual wall switch. I now have 6 of the Aqara devices connected to Homey, and that was really easy. So I actually had no troubles pairing any of these devices following the detailed pairing instructions that Homey gave me, which is great. Now, I have the Aqara Magic Cube here, and this is a little bit of a detailed device to go into, and I have a separate video that outlines this device in detail. So if you're looking for more information on this, then head down in the description and click that link to watch that video. Now that I have these devices all connected up to Homey, I'm actually ready to start creating those flows to create those connections between these devices. And if you have other devices connected, you can add those in with flows as well. So don't feel limited to using an Aqara switch to control only Aqara devices. You can also hook it up to different brands, different devices that you might have in your home. So for instance, you can use this simple single button to turn on the TV or play a playlist on your Sonos speaker. Now, these are simple connections you can make using Homey. So let's start with this switch. Now, what I want is just have this switch turn off the lights in this zone when it's pressed. So let's create a flow that says when the Aqara mini switch has been pressed once, then I want to say the lights in my film studio. So I'll go to devices, turn specific devices off, select lights and my film studio. Hit the check to save this flow and tap save and give it a quick name. So turn all lights off. Now with that flow saved, running on Homey, all I need to do is press the button once and the lights will turn off in this zone. How simple is that? So you can have this wireless switch hook up to any of your devices you have connected to Homey and create flows for them. So any kind of interaction you want to build, you can create. Now I'm going to quickly make one where if I double press it, the lights turn back on. Now with that flow saved and running on Homey, all I need to do, double tap this mini switch and the lights turn back on. Now, the same applies to their double switch, which is a little bit more, let's call it conventionally designed. So it looks like a dual wall switch, and you can easily create flows for this button as well. Now, I've really quickly set up 2 flows. One to say, when this left button is pressed, the light toggles on or off, and when the right button is pressed, the Aqara plug toggles on or off. Show you this in action. Press the left switch and the light turns off. Press the right one, the plug turns off. If I press the right one again, then the plug turns back on. Press the left one again, and the light will turn back on. Now you can actually assign, just like with the wireless mini switch, these button presses to any of your devices in your home. Now I should mention with this Aqara double switch that it's not a conventional wall switch. So often a conventional wall switch will have a rocker, which when like this is on, and then you click it and it turns off and it holds that position. Now with this switch, it's actually just single presses, double presses, or long presses that you then assign to flows. Now let's move on to the 2 sensors. So I've got the door window and the motion sensor from Aqara, and I want to show you a quick example of using these 2 combined with zone activity on Homey to have certain things, let's say these lights, turn on in a zone when there's activity present. So let's create a quick flow to make this happen. A quick tip to use zone activity is if I head back to devices and show you this Film Studio zone, you need to make sure that the sensors you're using to trigger zone activity are located in that zone. And you can very quickly change the position of certain devices in Homey by just heading into the device tile, clicking on the settings, and assigning a zone for that device. So once you have those sensors set up in a certain zone, you can actually use zone activity to trigger certain actions when the zone is active. And a zone is active when a sensor is triggered. So if there's motion or if a door or window opens in a certain zone. So let's create a quick flow. Head to flows, hit the plus. And for the when card, I want to say Film Studio, and then this zone became active. So that means there's some form of zone activity. When that happens, I want the lights in the zone to turn on. So I'll head into devices, turn specific devices on. Again, I'll select lights in my Film Studio, hit the check mark, and save this flow. With those zone activity flows now saved, I can show you them in action. So let's turn these lights off. And if I break the contact on this Aqara door window sensor, you'll see the lights turn on. And let me quickly reset this, turn the lights off again. If I now simulate motion for the motion sensor, so wave my hand in front of it, you'll see that the lights turn on as well. So I use zone activity in these flows to sort of illustrate that feature in Homey for your flows when you're using it with sensors like these. So you can imagine if you're entering a room, you can use zone activity to have certain devices turn on, in this case lights, and you can add an inactivity timer to zone activity. So you can say, if the zone is inactive for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then turn off the devices in that zone. And that can help you save or reduce your energy usage in your whole smart home over a long time. So you'll never forget to turn off the lights in your office or in your bathroom or in your hallway if you have this all set up with flows on Homey using zone activity. Now, another thing I should point out is the form factor of these devices. So for instance, the Aqara motion sensor is actually quite small compared to other devices on the market that have the same function. And the same goes for the door window sensors. They're also relatively small. Now, I cannot say the same about their plug. Let me grab this. And I want to show you, let me unplug the light. I want to show you how large this plug actually is. So if I put it down next to my phone, you can see that it's quite a large wall plug. Now it does have energy metering built into it, and it can handle up to 2,300 watts, but there are smaller plugs on the market that you can work away a little bit nicer than this plug here. So in conclusion, these Xiaomi Aqara devices look great, feel great, and they come in at a relatively low budget compared to some of the other devices on the market. Now, one of my favorites is actually the dual wall switch from Aqara. This is a great device in my opinion. I love how versatile it is, and you can hang it just about anywhere by just peeling off the double-sided tape and sticking it where you want it. And you can create flows for single button presses, double button presses, both buttons being pressed, or long presses. So it's really versatile in the amount of flows you can attach to it. And that makes it, in my opinion, a really good wall remote. So for the price, I really can't think of any better alternatives than this range of smart devices from Xiaomi. And a big plus is if you're already using a Zigbee network, then these will tie right into that and create a strong and stable mesh network. So to summarize, they look great, work well, and I think they would make a good addition to any smart home.